everyone. So happy to have you here today. Hello, Freya. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Brendan, KM, Catherine, Peter. Welcome, everyone. I thought I would start this a little bit early. We will see all of the pretty things shortly, but I thought I would just start the hellos a little bit early because we have so much to see today. Welcome everyone. Hello, Beata and Bonita, Jennifer, Rachel, Freya. Hi, Freya, and Lorraine. And welcome everybody. So happy to have you here. Just a little bit about the platform. I see so many familiar faces, so I'm sure you've heard this before. But in terms of using the platform, you can see all of the comments popping up there. That is how you let me know, hey, we can't see you, we can't hear you. What is that thing on your head? Anything to that effect would be greatly appreciated. And then you also have the location button, which is where you can see exactly where we are. And also the postcards option, which is where you can click on the screen, a little button, a little circle pops up and you click it, and that's how you can take pictures from my camera, which then you can post on your Facebook or whatnot and say, hey guys, I went to Florence today. Now I'm back. Just a quick stop in Italy. Now I'm back in North Carolina or whatnot. So, and oh, I see my reception going up and down every now and then. Yes, I am in a very old city, so do forgive me if my reception ever goes in and out. I just gave a different tour on a different platform, and it seemed to be okay. But as always, do keep me posted if you ever can't see me or can't hear me or whatnot. A little bit about me while everyone is arriving. My name is Kelsey, and I'm originally from Portland, Oregon, and Chicago. And my husband and I moved to Valencia, Spain in February, and we are loving it. We both work from home, so we thought, why not work from home on the Mediterranean? We did bring our two horribly behaved cats with us. That was definitely something, but of course they are our fur children, so we couldn't leave them at home necessarily. Um, and we're absolutely loving it. It's been great to have access to all of these super cheap flights that are here. Of course, the airlines are sort of similar to, if you're in the States, they're sort of similar to Spirit Airlines, where you basically get to bring the clothes on your back, maybe. And that's pretty much it, unless you want to pay a whole bunch more. But alas, I am staying in Pisa, so my to and from ticket to Pisa was about, I think, 11 euros. I mean, something just insanely cheap. Of course, Florence is not the cheapest city by any means, so that is why I am just here for a day trip today. My ticket to and from Florence from Pisa was like three times as much as my plane ticket, and it's only like an hour away. So, to give you an idea as to how many people want to come here, they just rack the prices up for the train tickets, which I don't blame them because this is an incredible city, so they've got to make money to keep it up somehow. Oh, welcome everyone. So welcome Meg, welcome Jim, David, Karen, Jenny, Marta, Kathleen, Linda, and Catalina. Oh, do let me know where you are tuning in from. This is so great to have so many people from here, there, and everywhere. One day we will need a travel hacking tour. Oh, Jennifer, that's a great idea. Um, good idea on that. You know, I gave a tour this afternoon. I think it might have been slightly too early for you folks in the States, but we went inside the Duomo. I'm referencing it because it's right there and we're going to see it in just a second. But I gained about 35 followers just from that tour. And I keep telling people, as soon as I hit 1,000 followers, then we'll do the Get to Know Me tour. So at this rate, we're going to have to do it as soon as I get home. So it's beautiful in there. Yes, it is. Oh, I totally agree. If you've ever been there, do let me know, because that is, it's always fun to talk about that with people. Visited Florence 40 years ago and loved it. Oh, how fun Anita. Oh, how beautiful. So, welcome everyone. We are in Florence today, in the capital of Tuscany in Italy. While everyone is getting here, as you all know, my name is Kelsey. I am from the States, but I live in Spain, and I'm just here for the week. And you all are following me around through to these different Italian cities. So I am doing my best to share all of the knowledge that I have gained. And as I teased in the earlier tour, I do have the three best key factors to look for with gelato. So I will be giving you those key factors at the very end of the tour. If I try and sign off without giving you those, remind me because they are so important. There's in Florence. Oh, how wonderful, Carolyn! Okay, we're gonna move. All right. So now that you have seen me, let's. Oh, from Utah, wonderful! And I saw somebody else talk about where they were from earlier, but from Canada. Oh, so cool. Oh, and thank you for the eyeglasses comment, Freya. Yes, this is one of my many pairs of glasses that I just can't seem to get enough of. So now that you've seen me, let's go ahead and flip this around. We're actually going to start at the same section that we left off at the tour from this afternoon. So this, can I flip this here? Is our beautiful cathedral. Yay! So gorgeous. Oh my goodness. So we are in Florence. It's not a city, but 11 times. Wow, David. That's amazing. In terms of Florence itself. So this has about a 2,000 year history. Thank you, Carolyn, for your donation. The Romans first established this about 1500 BCE, and they established this colony called Florencia. And what do you think of when you hear Florencia? What does it sound? What word does that sound like in English? Florencia makes you want to sneeze, because it does make you think about flowers. Yes, Jenny, exactly. It makes you think about flowers. So according to legend, there used to be this gorgeous field here that was just full of flowers. It was an allergy paradise here. And so Florence itself, Firenze, means, or it translates to the meaning of fertile. So this is a very fertile area. We have lots of sunshine. It is 37 degrees Celsius here, like 90 something in Fahrenheit, and it is boiling. It is very hot. So someone who doesn't like heat, woof. But that's okay, because I'm wearing a very lightweight, flouncy dress that I'm loving ever so much. So everything in Italian makes me think of food. Carolyn, that's so true. While everyone is still arriving, let me give you the some tips about food here. So there is this um, this sandwich here called lampredotto, which literally means cow's stomach sandwich. This is what the meat looks like. Apparently, it's very good when they put spices and other sauces on it. I will take their word for it. You apparently won't find it anywhere else. Lampredotto, cow's stomach sandwich. There's also, what is it here? There is Florentine steak. And that is apparently where you have a three finger chunk of steak on all sides, and then you grill it for 3 minutes each, and then they stick it on your plate. It is very bloody, very very raw, basically. But apparently, if you say, "Excuse me, I don't like this. Can someone cook it a little bit more?" People have been known to be kicked out of restaurants here. So I would recommend not ordering the steak here if you don't want basically raw meat. There is also pizza here. So this is the pizza I had today. And according to my guide from earlier, the way to find the best pizza in Florence is, now I'll preface this with, I thought this pizza was super good. The way to find the best pizza in Florence is to walk over to the train station, buy a ticket for Naples, and get on the train. So, according to my guide, the pizza here is something else, but I have to tell you, it was really good. So, I don't know. I'll have to go try some more pizza in Naples. I have been to Naples, and the pizza was excellent, but here too, it was also pretty delicious. So yes, in case you want the best pizza in town, you basically head on over to Naples. All right, so here is our Duomo to give you. If you were at the tour this morning, this will be the shorter version. But basically, this is the Santa Maria del Fiore. It is the third or fourth largest cathedral in the world, depending on who you ask. It is smaller than St. Peter's in Rome, St. Paul in London, but around the same size as the Duomo in Milan or in Milan. So either the third or the fourth largest church in the world, but it was the largest church in Europe when it was completed in the 15th century. I'm sorry for the sirens. I'm just going to wait for them to pass. Oh my goodness. There we go. So it is 10 stories tall, and it was dedicated to Santa Maria del Fiore, the Virgin of the Flowers, in 1412, and an allusion to the lily. Um, just so you know, I am in a very bright area, so I cannot see your comments right now. So if you do have comments for each other, wonderful. If you have comments for me, please save them for just a minute. Yes, the lily was originally on the flag. Where is it? Here it is. The flag that they used here. And you can see it's just white with a big red lily in the middle. But this was built over a second cathedral, or this is the second cathedral. It was built over the first one that was built in the 800s, or the 8th century, rather than the 700s. And here we go. Now we're getting to where I can see a little bit better. Oh, so gorgeous. I just wanted to show you the tower. Let's go vertical. Here is the beautiful bell tower that has 465 steps. If you are thinking of climbing a tower, do not do it in the summer. There is no air conditioning. There are defibrillators in the tower itself in case somebody has a heart attack. There are also a lot of medics close by. We're going to go back. 3, 2, 1. There are a lot of medics close by here, as you can see, in case somebody has a situation. Actually, in case 5 people have a situation in the tower. What's it called, Freya? So this was the flag, I believe the flag of Tuscany. I will have to look, but it was the main flag of Florence, and that they reference that a lily is in it. So you're right, though, it does look like a fleur de lis. And actually, there are even some that reference the fleur de lis right on the bell tower here. But knowing what we know about it being on the flag, perhaps it's a little bit of both. And now, one of the reasons why Florence is so famous is because it's right in between Rome and France. So all of these merchants who were selling things, they stopped here because what family do we think of when we think of Florence? What super rich family? Any ideas? If you came to my tour earlier, no cheating. Yes, the Medici family. So the Medicis, they were so very wealthy. They actually started in the 1200s as shepherds, and they had a wood business. And then I wish the sun wasn't at such a horrible angle. This is so beautiful. Um, Let me back up a little bit. Maybe we can get a little bit better of a view. How is this? That's a little bit better. So the Medici family, they started off as poor shepherds. Then their wood factory got them lots of money, and they ended up starting a bank. That is just how much money they had, which was the Bank of the Medicis, then which became the Bank of the Pope. So that is how Florence ended up helping to fund a lot of cities in England as well as a lot of cities in France. And as my guides here say, they are pretty upset that England still hasn't repaid their loan. So I don't know too much about it, but I do know that that's a running joke here, is that if you're English, you better start paying back that loan for all the money that they borrowed back in the 500-600 years ago. Hilarious. Oh, but look at these decorations. Oh, so gorgeous. So there are three main colors on the Duomo here. The white is for virtue, the green is for hope, and then the red is for charity, which of course those are things that touch your heart. Your heart is red, or when people think of hearts, they think of red. So it's actually pink marble, but all of that money that the Medici family had back in the 1400s or so, or in the 1300s or so, that is how they got all of this marble here and ended up funding it. Someone asked, can anyone sit on the chairs? They can, but it's so sunny outside that everyone is moving toward the shade, which I'm down for that. All right, now that I have spent all the time here, let's now head over a little bit south, or a little bit to the other things to see today. So let me just tell you a little bit about Florence as we walk. Florence was once the capital of the Kingdom of Italy. So in 1861, Tuscany became part of the Kingdom of Italy, and 4 years later, Florence became the capital, which replaced Turin, but it only stayed the capital for 5 years. But during those 5 years, they received a large amount of money, which is how they were able to build or keep up or start the ideas of all of these beautiful buildings. So a lot of what we're seeing today started in the 14th, or the 18th century rather. So Florence was also the birthplace of the Renaissance. I'm sure many of you have heard of the Renaissance, know a little bit about the Renaissance. What does Renaissance mean? Any ideas? What does Renaissance mean? Rebirth. Yes, Jenny, you guys are all over this today. Don't get hit by a horse. Okay. One of the jokes here is that you can't trust any drivers. I can't turn up the volume because I've got my AirPods on, so I have no way of turning it up. But I'll try and speak a little bit louder if that helps. One of the jokes here is that you can't trust anyone driving anything. So if they're driving a horse, if they're driving a bike, if they're driving a car, whatever it is, duck and cover. So in case you hear me running and then hear flip flop, that's because I'm trying to get out of the way of a horse. Go figure. All right, so yes, rebirth and renewal. That is the Renaissance. So the Renaissance was a period here after the Middle Ages, from the 14th to the 17th century, and it was this era that was born here. Then it spread to Venice, spread to Rome, and then all throughout the rest of Europe. So that is why we have so many beautiful, beautiful art pieces of art here. So much so that 60% of the world's art is in this city. If that gives you any idea how many amazing pieces of art are here. And considering that there are so many things to see, more than 15 million visitors come here every year. And that is just people who stayed the night. That's not including people like me who are just here on a day trip, which could be 3 to 4 times that amount. Insane. The total population here is about 800,000, but tourists often outnumber locals 20 to 1. Insane. So the 15 million was in 2018. Since the pandemic, though, it has gotten much, much more. Let me just show you. Porta chiusa. This gate is closed, so this little area is closed. Let me just show you this beautiful building here. As we walk, this used to be, there we go. This used to be a grain factory back from the 1200s. And look at these sculptures on here. These are just the outside. This is the Musei del Bargello, the grain, the building that used to be used for grain, which is now holding many other pieces of art. The building itself is beautiful inside. Here's the door. You all know I love doors. There you go. Gorgeous. So we are walking on these cobblestone streets. I just have one thing to show you, and then we're going to go ahead to the plaza. But right in the sun. Oh yeah. Let's scooch out of the sun, shall we? Oh, look at that cool street art. Oh, how interesting! It says tourists come back. Interesting. That's really cool. I like that. And then here you can see people are having gelato, are having some snacks. I don't want to stare at people though. I don't want to be a weirdo. I'm already a bit of a weirdo with my crazy hat. So that's okay. Oh, here's a horse. Everybody dive out of the way. Speaking of this cobblestone street, Florence was the first city in Europe to have paved streets. Oh, Freya, I'm also so glad you came on this tour. When the Romans paved the streets in ancient times, they basically stopped using pavement when the Roman Empire fell. That is up until about 1339, when Florence got money from the Medicis, from the banks, and the merchants, and they paved the whole city. So Florence was the very first city in the world, supposedly, definitely in Europe, to have paved streets. Thank you, Bonita, for your donations. Greatly appreciated. And it then extended to the rest of Europe. So we're just going to walk through this. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. I feel like we're friends, Jennifer. I see you, or I see you're writing all of the time. I love it. So this is called the New Market. And of course it's very busy, but it smells like leather. Great time. Because it is basically the leather market. I'm just going to stop here and act like I'm readjusting so that you all can see. And so that people don't yell at me. Okay, gotta keep moving. But from what the locals say, you have to smell the leather to make sure it's real. Because, here's some more bags. I'm going to quote, readjust so that y'all can have a look-see of this. So nobody yells at me. This is aren't these beautiful though? Yes, everything smells like leather here. It is a very smelly place right here. There we go. All right, so gorgeous, gorgeous. And apparently, if it does not smell like leather, you are paying tourist prices. Good. Oh, thank you for your donations. Right now, greatly appreciate being heaven there. You know, I'm not too much of a fan of the leather smell, but look at how cute these are. They're so small. Oh my gosh. You know, when I was in Morocco, I went to a tannery. Is that what it's called? And it was so interesting. Of course, it smelled horrible because that's where they deal with the leather. But really, really interesting. I'll post one of the pictures that I took there because that was by far one of the coolest things that I have ever seen. But now, as I see all this beautiful leather, look at these tiny little bags. As I see all this beautiful leather, all I can think about is how horrible it smelled in the factory itself. Okay, so this is the Wild Boar. This is not the original Wild Boar. This is the modern Wild Boar, but it's still made out of bronze. And basically, if you rub his little nose, hello, little boar. If you rub his little nose, you have good luck. And then if you put a coin in his mouth and it falls in the drain, let's see if she's going to do it. Watch the coin, watch the coin. She did it! Okay, so when it falls right in the drain from his mouth, apparently you will return to Florence. Let's watch the coin. She did it too! Oh, nope. Let's try one more time. There you go. So apparently what happens if you aren't able to get the coin in there, as I am often not, you apparently pick up your coin, rub the nose again, and be on your way. That sort of evens out the luck. Oh, I love all of your comments. We're supposed to have a heat wave. Ugh, I'm wishing you all luck with the heat wave and myself too because it's so hot in Tuscany. Oh, beautiful. So let's go on to our next stop. We've got 2 more stops, and then we'll talk about gelato. Speaking of gelato, everyone's eating gelato here. So we are headed to the Piazza dei Signori, or della Signori, Signoria. Yep. It is the political center of Florence. Oh, speaking of gelato, look at this. Look at these designs in the window. Aren't those crazy? Oh, actually, let me show you the inside of this. There's a wall of chocolate. Not just chocolate pieces, but a wall of dripping chocolate. This is the chocolate place called Venki. And actually, now that I'm seeing it, it's a brown wall that has water dripping over it. But it smells so good. It smells like chocolate. Oh, y'all know I love chocolate. Oh, we can find the store in the States too. Oh, Sharon, don't tell me that. It smells delicious in here. I can't stop sniffing. Oh, let's creepily look at the people who are eating their gelato. They all look very happy though. I want to look that happy. I want to be in that chocolate heaven too. Excuse me, can I have some? All right. So we'll talk about gelato in just a second. Okay. Just scooching around here. So let's head to the Piazza della Signoria. This is the political center of Florence. It has been ever since the 1200s. It's the mayor's palace, basically. And you're going to say where, and then you're going to see the big building, and you're going to go, oh, there. So just bear with me. If you ever want to climb the tower that we're going to see in about 2 seconds, or climb a tower, this would be the tower to climb. It's not 465 steps, but it's also not like 100, so just beware. It was also used as a prison to lock up the worst criminals. And there was a guy who started a bonfire. Okay, this is the tower. When you go, what tower? This tower. This is the one we're talking about. Look at that. Oh my gosh, Freya, thank you. You're my new favorite person. Thank you for your follows. Oh, that's so nice. Yes, so this is the big tower in the middle here. If you want to climb a tower, if you must climb a tower, this is the tower to climb. So again, this was used as a prison for a while, and back in the 1200s, there was a guy who was a big troublemaker, and he said, "Excuse me, neighbors, I think we need to be burning our sinful objects." And the neighbors said, "I beg your pardon, sir, what are these sinful objects that you are talking about?" And he said, "Beautiful dresses for women, we can't have those. Also, musical instruments, sheet music, we can't have those. We can't have books that aren't religious, we can't have those, God forbid. And any kind of gorgeous dresses to make women look nice." Sidebar, there is a horse that is eating hay, and I think it's adorable. I also do feel bad for the horses, but at least these guys aren't drooling or foaming, so that's good. Just wanted to share that with all of you. So, again, this house here, or this castle here rather, is the house of the mayor, or the like the center of politics here. But there's also a fake statue of David, but we're going to see that in just 1 second. First, I want to show you the very first Photoshop in the world. The very first. And no, it is not done on a computer. All right, I'm just getting through all of the crazy crowds. Let me know what the horses. Oh no, my hat's gonna fly off. Eek. Okay, so this guy. Oh, I bet I can just zoom in. Excellent. So this guy is. Let's see if I can get it right here. There we go. This is Cosimo the First. And Cosimo the First, he is the guy. I'm sorry, the gimbal is moving. It is very windy here. He is the guy who defeated the Republic of Florence. He conquered the city and surrounding areas, except for Lucca, by the way, which happens to be where I got the dress that I'm wearing. Can you see on fake David, please? Yes, Linda, we're going to go see him in just a second. We are headed that way. I just wanted to show you this. So Cosimo the First, get a good look at his face, everyone. Have a look-see at his face. I say as I get nowhere near his face. There we go. And there we go. He once he had power, he wanted more power. And he said, "Excuse me, artists of the day." Yes, the Kindle has a mind of its own. Yes, exactly. The artists, he said, "Excuse me, artists of the day, would you mind making some statues of me? Would you mind making some paintings of me? Here is a bunch of money." And they said, "Well, sure, no problem. Thank you for the money." And he said, "First," oh my gosh, if my hat blows off, y'all. He said, "First, I would like you to make a statue of Neptune." And the guy said, "All right, 'tis no problem." So, pardon, excuse me. I'm sorry. I should just use English. Everyone here is speaking English anyway. Okay, so here is our statue of Neptune. But look at the face. It looks exactly the same as Cosimo the First. So this is our very first Photoshop. There's our statue. There we go. And then look at his face over here. Sorry for the awkward stopping on awkward parts. Yes, so this is the very first Photoshop in the world. Um, he he had a huge ego, and he also had a huge kingdom. So he was also a very lucky guy. That wasn't his face. Jenny, I'm trying. I apologize if I'm offending anyone though with my awkward zoom in. Oh yay! Oh, sorry guys about the postcard button. That's hilarious. So, um, that's really funny. I didn't even think about that. Um, also, so he was a really lucky guy. He was the only guy in the 300 years of the kingdom here who had a happy marriage. He was the only one. He met a gal from Spain, part of the Spanish crown, and they got married and they liked each other so much that they had 11 children, and they all lived in this Palazzo Vecchio, the old palace. And actually, the doors seem to be open, so we're just gonna hop in really fast and have a look-see inside really fast, and hopefully I won't get kicked out. Oh, look at these hats, y'all. That is so funny. I'm really trying not to laugh. They just look hilarious. Anyone know why they're wearing those things? Because I do not. But I really wish I did. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. This is beautiful. I have not seen this. This is gorgeous. Oh, and look at the ceiling. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me show you. Again, this was the mayor's palace. I can see why the mayor likes it here. The fig leaves to preserve the modesty. Coral, that's so hilarious. You gotta have those little fig leaves. The angel, I know, isn't that beautiful? Wow. Okay, that is gorgeous. All right, so the David, I'll just leave this here and then we'll go see the David statue outside. But basically, the David statue outside that we can see now is it is a remake from there we go, from 1912. And actually, let me just show you really fast actual David statue. Did I put him on here? I didn't put him on here. Okay, well, he looks just like the guy that we're about to see. Yes, this is open air above. Zoom in on the angel. You bet. Hold on. The actual David statue, though, he in the 1500s, they were having a riot here because they were very unhappy with the Medici family. And some guy picked up a chair and chucked it at the real David statue and broke his arm in 3 pieces. Since then, they have put him back together, thank goodness, and now he is safe in the Academy Museum. They are saving him for the Museo dell'Accademia, which I think that translates to the Academy Museum. Uh, Here is our. If anyone wants a bum shot, I saw another guy do this, and I'm now stealing it. Here is our bum shot. Anyone would like the picture of the rear end of David? Here you are. So hilarious. All right, let's go around to his front now. You all are so funny. Yeah, they're gonna be like, "What's the most popular postcard taken on your tour?" A picture of a bum, of course. All right, let's go vertical. Gorgeous. So this is the David statue. It's not the real one, of course. This one is from 1912. But in 1501, the Republic of Florence asked Michelangelo to build them something, and it was supposed to go on top of the dome, the Duomo. We're going to go back. But the front of the building with the two statues in front. Yes, I can. But it's 5 meters tall, so it's very, very tall. And then also the Duomo itself is, I'm just scooching back here so I know you can't see much. Just hold on. So they ended up leaving him here. Okay, here are the statues. So sorry, the sun is kind of ruining our beautiful shot here. But if you ever climb the bell tower, this beautiful tower is reminding me. If you ever climb the bell tower of the Duomo, this is what you will see. I uploaded all these pictures. I want to share them with you. And then also, this is what the top of the Duomo looks like. And this is just a little bit more of the Duomo itself. Oh, thank you for your donations. Greatly appreciated. So let me just show you up here really fast. Gorgeous. This, of course, is not the inside of here. We have just seen the inside of this, but I just remembered about the Duomo that I hadn't posted the pictures yet, so that is why we're here. Okay, so get your screenshots. Get your screenshots. Oh, thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. All right, so as we walk here, here we go. We have about one block to go, so you can just see all of the beautiful statues as we are walking along here, which of course are gorgeous. But let me tell you a little bit more about Florence. At the top of the Duomo pick again, yes. And the clock tower again, you got it. Okay, so here is the top of the Duomo. Yes, okay, so here's the top of the Duomo. And then the clock tower is, actually, let's do vertical. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Think about the other statue. Yes, I can't remember too much about it. I do know that this has a very similar face to Cosimo the First, but let me actually update all of you when I have done a little bit more research on this, because I know it has a gorgeous history, even if the statue itself is a little bit gruesome, and I don't want to misspeak. Okay, so as we walk, let me tell you about the Florence syndrome. Has anyone heard of the Florence syndrome? Mi scusa. The Florence syndrome is where you feel an accelerated heartbeat and even faint when you are exposed to beautiful art. So in case you ever are just overwhelmed by the beauty, you can say, oh, the Florence syndrome is affecting me. I need to lay down. Attractive Italian men, please create a lounging chair for me with yourselves. We are just walking through here. This is the Uffizi Museum. We can't go in there today. It's very big, a lot of security, quite expensive, and also would take a lot more than half an hour. Actually, this tour is about 50 minutes. So I always put 30 minutes in case I have to go early, but I do end up speaking for about an hour each time. Me? Talk a lot? No. All right. So also, I saw somebody say how that all the beautiful men were teasing you. That is hilarious. So the Florentine language, though, is the basis of the Italian language. It is the Italian itself is not very old. It's from about the 1400s. Now I'm going to walk really slowly by the art, but I can't stop because, as you see, it is artists doing their work. But I know it's so beautiful. I want to share it with all of you. But the poet Dante, he wrote all of these poems in Florentine, which the dialect here, which ended up being how the language spread throughout the country. This soon became the most widely recognized dialect of Italian. Here is the Uffizi Museum ticket office, in case you're wondering. It also, though, oh yes, isn't that a beautiful view? But Tina, just wait, because we are now by the Arno, which is a lot of very slowly walking people. So here is our Arno River with the Ponte Vecchio. Oh my goodness, it is so dark because of the sun. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit here. So this is the Ponte Vecchio. This is the old bridge which was built in 1345 with these three arches, which made it a very unique structure at the time. And it spans over the river Arno, which of course is the second biggest river in Italy. Here, I'll post it, the path of the Arno. And also, this is an image of the Ponte Vecchio bridge compared with other bridges. If you click on it, it's a much wider example. Let's just scooch down here a little bit. See if we can get a little bit closer. But this bridge was actually saved by Hitler as they were leaving the city after the Allies took over. Hitler said, you know, I really like this bridge. Let this be the only bridge in Florence that we don't burn. So, not that we have anything to thank Hitler for, but at least he had a little bit of mercy for the beautiful bridge. Oh, Musculia. Here is the beautiful bridge. There we go. Got my hand over here so maybe you can see a little bit better. Yes, there are shops selling all kinds of beautiful things here. Murano glass is also a big one. If anyone has been to Burano, which is the... Oh, wait. That was a good view there. Oh, no, there we go. Okay, we can see a little bit without the sun. That's nice. And then let's go over like this. Oh, gorgeous. So, yes, the Ponte Vecchio, which is this bridge here, the old bridge, Ponte Vecchio, it was saved in World War II from being destroyed. So, thank goodness. All right, that brings us to the end of our tour. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Let me see if I have any more. Oh, gelato. I knew I would almost forget. Where's the gelato shop? Okay, y'all, it's gelato tip time. Are you ready? Okay, we're going. I will not forget the gelato. Oh, thank you for your donations. Okay, so the way to tell if gelato is good is, okay, see how there are basically mountains of gelato? Mountains and mountains. That means that there are preservatives in them. You want to avoid the mountains. The mountains mean that there is something in them that's making them not melt. You also want to look for a sign that says handmade. So di originale, I think. I'll post the sign that I took, which basically means handmade, made in the store or in the shop, because after all, there are lots of gelato options in the grocery stores, but the kinds that are here are these are you want the fresher kind. You also want to avoid the radioactive colors. What do I mean by that? Pistachio is not this color green. Pistachio is a brownish, light green if you are really generous, but it's basically brown. Which means, okay, you want to look for handmade. You want to look for, yes, they are green, Ginny, but they have a brown casing on them. So as the nuts are ground up, now this is according to the gelato artist that I spoke with earlier today. So as the nuts are ground up, they leave the little casing on them because it gives it some kind of flavor, some kind of extra flavor. Well, in this shop they did, Ginny. And you want to avoid the radioactive colors because that is basically extra color in them. So in terms of gelato versus ice cream, though, it is just, oh, okay, I will talk about my earrings, Linda. It is milk, eggs, cream, and wine. So pretty much everything in Italy has wine in it, even the gelato. So there was a guy who was a really great artist here, and he went home one day and he added milk and oh, here, I'll just give you the view. He added milk and eggs and wine and cream all together, and then as he was creating his art domes that he was working on, he let it sit, and that basically created the grandfather to gelato. So it is called, oh goodness, I'm going to post a picture of it. It's basically the name, his last name, and then cream. So I haven't tried it yet, but apparently it's very good. Oh, thank you all so much for your donations. Greatly appreciated. So the earrings, I got them in Warsaw. There was a little market and they were selling them for €2. And so I bought his entire stock. I said I would like every single one, but I only had a few euros in cash. So I said, okay, well, I would like this one, and this one. Buontalenti. Yes, Jill. It's called Buontalenti cream. So that is the sort of grandfather of gelato, which is why people say, thank you, Jill, which is why people say that Florence is the home of gelato. Thank you, Kelly, for your donation. Greatly appreciated. So that is how gelato has become, or Florence has become the home of gelato and all of the gelato. Now we know what to look for. So no radioactive colors, no mountains of gelato. That is not. So the shop that you showed us is not good gelato. That's right, Tina. The shop I showed you is not good gelato. There is a place that has the good gelato, but it's far away. So let me post a picture of it because we wouldn't be able to get there before my phone died. So, also, let me just show you really fast. I know, I'm sorry, it's unfair, but yeah, here is a picture of the girl with the pearl earring. They just drew it here in case anyone is a fan of street art. Isn't that interesting? So, all right. That leads me to the end of the tour. Thank you all so much for coming. It was so joyful. Oh, the third thing about gelato is to look for where it says handmade, arte originale. So that is where you are going to be eating gelato that was made in-house, not the kind that they basically take from the store and put into mountains with some coloring on top. and sell it for 25 euros a scoop. All right, we've got lots of comments. Oh, I've missed so many. Oh, thank you, Anne, for your donations. Um, let's see, fabulous outfit, Kelsey. Oh, thank you, Joyce. Yes, in case you all came to my tour in Lucca, there was a shop there that was $12.99. Everything in there was $12.99, and so even though I spent way more than $12.99 there, this is one of the dresses I got there. So here I'll show you. I'll show you what it looks like. Oops, other way. This is the no, 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 no. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, so this is what the dress looks like. Isn't that cute? There we go. So, okay, also more comments. Brilliant as always. Thank you, Jennifer. Amazing gelato shop. Oh, delicious. Yes, the earrings, I got them in Poland. Andrea, yes, they're the same thing about gelato in Milan. Awesome. Thank you, Freya. Thank you, Stephanie. Oh, Tina, I got your selfie. Okay, let's see. See if we can get a little bit with the Ponte Vecchio. Okay, ready? Okay. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Yay! Okay, great tour as always. Thank you so much. So cute, 12.99. I know, isn't that awesome? Um, Grazie. Oh, you're welcome, everyone. Oh, thank you, NC, for posting my link. Yes, so do follow me. I was joking earlier. I had said that we'll do a get to know me tour when I have 1,000 followers, but I gained about 40 followers after my tour this afternoon. So I was joking how I'll have to do the get to know me tour as soon as I get home if we keep going at this rate. So anyway, yes, do follow me if you would like a get to know me tour of my apartment in Spain and all my glasses collection and all of the living in Spain, what the apartment is like. And yes, the earrings here. Let me show you. Oh, my Instagram is lipsticks dot and dot backpacks. So lipsticks and backpacks with 2 dots in the middle, and that will be how you can see all kinds of the different places that I'm heading. So on Wednesday we were in Lucca. Yesterday we went, or 2 days ago we went to Manarola and Vernazza, and then yesterday we were in Genoa. And today, of course, we're in Florence. Tomorrow, I will be heading to Cornelia. I will try to do a tour in Cornelia. I will let you know. It'll be about 2 to 3 hours before this current time. So if it is too early, I do hope to see you in the afternoon one. But the afternoon one will be in Rio Maggiore, which will be Cinque Terre, so the Cinque Terre, the 5 lands. It's the biggest city of the Cinque Terre, the 5 beautiful cities along the coastline. That train, by the way, if you guys ever take the train from Pisa or just about anywhere to Cinque Terre, it is gorgeous. The boat behind me, yes, I can show you the boat behind me. Boat in river. Oh, I'm sorry, I had missed your comments. It's adorable, and it's just one guy. Look at his hair. Oh yeah. How cool. Oh, I love that. All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining. Um, Freya. Oh, I'm so glad I am pronouncing that correctly. Yes, so thank you all so much for joining. Thank you for your follows. Yes, so tomorrow we will definitely be in Rio Maggiore, perhaps also Cornelia, if I can climb up the 355 steps. And then on Monday we're headed to Pisa, which is where I've been staying. So we will be seeing the Leaning Tower of Pisa, which will be so much fun. And then this coming Saturday, so a week from today, I am doing the Old Town tour of Valencia, which is the very first tour I ever did. So it has a warm place in my heart. There are some beautiful things to see. I love doing this tour because you get to see so many beautiful things. So if you haven't seen it, come along. If you have seen it, come along anyway because it's so much fun. And then in a week from Saturday, I also opened another time for the other Valencia tour that I do, which is the Bull Ring, the North Station, the Palace of Communication, and my favorite dessert shop, which is so much fun. And then the following Saturday, there will be Italians are loud, y'all. There will be a tour of called Castle Two, number two, Castle Two Castle, which basically because there are two castles in Valencia, so we're gonna walk from one to the other through the old town, which is so gorgeous. Also, where I live, so I get to show you a little bit about my area. So it'll be lots of fun to see that. So this Saturday will be Old Town Valencia. Next Saturday will be the Bull Ring area, the North Station area, and then the following will be Castle to Castle. That'll be so much fun. And probably after that will be the Get to Know Me tour because I will have all of y'all following me at that point. So thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you for your follows. Thank you for your donations. Greatly appreciated. Wish you were going to Greece. Oh, Carolyn, I am going to Greece. Don't be confused. I am going to Greece. I don't have any plans yet, but my husband and I actually are planning a trip to Athens. He is a big tattoo fan. So there's a gal there who does fantastic tattoos. And so I'm going to give tours and see Athens, beautiful places, and he will be going to go to do tattoos. So this will actually be one that you might get to see him on, which will be fun. And Tina, yes, I am exhausted. I am absolutely exhausted. I've been walking 20 to 27,000 steps per day for the last 3 weeks. Yes, I will definitely be giving some tours while I am there. One amazing life. Linda, it's so funny because at this point I just want to go home and sit in my bed for a month. But yes, it is absolutely lots of fun though. I wouldn't change a thing. And then also in September, my husband and I are headed to Germany to see the Oberammergau Passion Play, which is going to be gorgeous, beautiful. I will try and do a last minute tour during the Passion Play if it is acceptable to do such a thing. From what I understand, well, first of all, the Passion Play only happens once every 10 years. And actually now it's once every 12 years because of COVID. And the entire town of Oberammergau in Germany takes part in it. And if they want to be in the show itself, they have to grow their beard for 2 years. If they cut their beards, they're out of the show. Get out of here. So that is how the men are cast, is how long is your beard? Which, how funny. Traveling with you. Oh, thank you, Linda. I appreciate that. It's all the filter. Going to Oberammergau in September, Linda. That is awesome. I will be there, I believe, on the 8th. So if we're going to be there at the same time, do let me know and we can have some schnitzel together. Or what else can we eat in Germany? You know, I was chatting. So my heritage is German and Polish, and I was chatting with some Germans when we were living in Germany, saying like, I feel like I should. Oh, bratwurst, of course. Thank you, Sam. I said I feel like I should like schnitzel, and the Germans were like, oh, we don't even like schnitzel. Schnitzel is disgusting, but you know, people come here and they like it, so we eat it. We have it here. It is very expensive. We don't eat it. You take hammer, you go pound, 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 pound. You put some bread, you put some lemon, schnitzel. So, in case you all wanted a cooking class on schnitzel, there it was. You like schnitzel, Linda? Okay, well, good to know. So that'll be in September. I think I'm going to fly into Berlin, take a train to Dusseldorf, take another train to Nuremberg, and then another train down to Munich. And of course, I'll be giving tours in all of these places. I haven't nailed down the dates or the times yet, but to give you an idea as to the travel plans, that looks like that's what's going to happen. So thank you all